So when I was in the business years ago, there was a manager share with me this one big and impactful statement. And that statement is, if you want to change your life in a small way, just go ahead and change your attitude. Meaning positive thinking, surround yourself with people who's excited. The minute you change your attitude, you're gonna have small growth in your life. But here's what she said as well. And she said, if you wanna have big growth, I'm talking about big things happening in your life, you must change your paradigm, right? And when I think about that statement, it's so true, right? But first, let's define what a paradigm is. What is a paradigm shift is, right? So let me go ahead and get right into my phone here and let me Google it. Okay, paradigm shift, okay? So here's what it is. A paradigm shift is defined as an important changes that happens when the usual way of thinking about or doing something is replaced by a new and different way. Meaning, your set of belief, your set of thinking is replaced by a completely different way of thinking and doing things. That's a paradigm shift. So, in another word, if you want to have big change in your life, whether it's income, relationship, better relationship with people, scaling your company, scaling your business, having a lot more money in your bank account, you have to have a paradigm shift, okay? Because if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're gonna keep getting what you've been getting, right? So, but how do we have a paradigm shift? A paradigm shift usually happens from an event that happened in your life that's directly impacting you. Or it could be an event that somebody around you, okay, that something happened to them that give you that paradigm shift, right? So it's an event, right? Whatever that event might be. So for me, the paradigm shift started, one of the biggest paradigm shift I had years ago was the death of my father, right? At the age of 15 years old, my father was diagnosed having liver cancer. 90 days after that, he passed away. The moment my dad passed away, I realized one thing. I could no longer rely on anybody for the rest of my life. That was a paradigm shift. So instead of being a reactive individual, I started to become more of a proactive individual. I started to initiate. I started to wanting to make more money to support my mother. Without that paradigm shift, most likely I would stay at the conservative, relaxed, relying, depending type of mode, right? And eventually I got into the insurance business at the age of 20 years old. I got my insurance license, life and health license, and securities license at the age of 21 years old, right? When I first started the insurance business, I'll tell you straight up here, my motivation, my vision was only about making money at the beginning. Because I was thinking, oh my God, if a customer buy a life insurance policy from me, and if they fund the policy $300 premium on a monthly basis, that's $3,600 a year. And at the commission level of contract of 50% commission level, I will make $1,800 spending about 2 to 2.5 hours. I can make this kind of commission. Man, I was excited. I was fired up. I mean, it's like, this is like dream came true for me being in this industry, right? But then 1.5 years later, 2 of my customers passed away, okay? 2 of my personal customers passed away. One of them suicide, another one diagnosed having liver cancer. And I was able to deliver the death benefit check for both of these customers. Never expected these 2 people would pass away in such a young age, right? And one is at early 20s. Another one was like 40 some years old. One of my mother's co-worker, I sold a policy to her. From that moment on, when one of this customer passed away, instead of focusing on just making money, I found a new vision. I found a new purpose. In the business I am in until today, I'm no longer just thinking about, okay, how much money can I make by selling a policy? It's how many people do I need to urgently to go out there and help in case something will happen to them? Do you understand what I just said? So that's a paradigm shift. So remember, if you want to grow your life, your business in a small way, just change your attitude, right? Read motivational books, surround yourself with positive people, and that's all you need to really do, right? But if you want to grow your life in a big way, you have to have this paradigm shift, okay? So how do you have that paradigm shift? Remember, it's about patiently aggressive waiting for something happened in your life. Sometimes it doesn't happen at your 20s. Sometimes big things, crisis happen to somebody at their mid-20s. But here's the bottom line. You know, you don't have to wait for those crises to happen to you, and then all of a sudden you have a paradigm shift. You can intentionally go out there, you know, maybe attend a life-changing event, right? Go to a seminar, listen to other people's stories, and hopefully you can get that paradigm shift in that positive way without waiting for crisis happening to you and people around you. So the way that you get your paradigm shift is intentionally go out there and attending seminars, surround yourself with successful people, and listen to successful people and how they came about and how they bounced back, how they lost everything, eventually became successful, and utilizing their stories to inspire you and give you that paradigm shift. And hopefully that would describe most of you. But unfortunately, most people would never have a paradigm shift unless they have a crisis happening in their life, whether it's death in the family, go through a bad divorce, being fired from a job they worked so hard for the last 15 years, betrayed by a business partner. You choose which one you want to have a paradigm shift with. But the bottom line is, if you want to have big growth, big success, you got to have a paradigm shift. Guys, I hope you guys loved the message of today, all right? Post a comment below, share this video to anyone that you know are looking for contents like this to help them to grow in their life and business. Like the video, and most importantly, at the end of the video, subscribe to my Just Win app, all right? Inside the app, there are thousands of free contents. You can watch it on the daily basis, and you can re-watch it on a monthly basis. And I know those contents are gonna help you to get through the darkest moment of your business and life. All right, JW here, and see you next time. JW here. If you like my content, comment below and download my JW Just Win app. See you next time.